Good evening, I'm Eustacia, an aesthetics student here at Eric Fisher Academy, and for this Halloween look, I'll be showing you how to paint someone up like a mermaid. Today for this mermaid look, I'm going to be using a variety of brushes, eyeshadow colors, sparkles, also I'll be using fake eyelashes, and I'm going to go more into detail as we go throughout the video. Let's mermaid it up. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is put foundation on the face. That'll create an even canvas. Foundation is important because you want the look to be even and flawless. This will help get rid of any blemishes that you might have on your skin, any uneven skin tones. Also, what you can do when you're putting the foundation on is cover the lips as well. That way, when you go to put your lipstick on, you can draw on your lips. The next thing you're going to want to do after you put the foundation on is either use loose powder or pressed powder to go ahead and set the foundation so that it doesn't slip and slide. So before we do the scale effect, what I'm going to do is just kind of color in around her temples just to create like a 3D effect. So what I'm doing is I'm just creating dimension by choosing a lighter color blue to kind of color in around her temples. That way when I go in with the darker blue, it'll create dimension. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the darker blue to create the scale effect and give it the depth and dimension. All that it is it's just dark blue body paint. Just add water to it and that'll help create the scale effect. Now what I'm gonna have Emily do is I'm gonna have her stretch the fishnet tights over her face.
Is that good?
Yep, perfect. That way I can go ahead and color in the scales. And so no worries if when you stretch out the fishnet tights, if you get inconsistencies in the scales, it adds personality to it. No big deal. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is have her stretch it down over her chin. Her chin area I didn't color in just because I just want to add some scales only to the chin. What I'm doing now is I'm just shading in some contour over her forehead, adding a little bit of shimmer to it because I want to take the scales just a little bit higher up her forehead now. And I'm just taking the scales up into her hairline. That way, even though it is a mermaid look, it'll look as natural as possible. Now what I'm doing is I'm contouring her cheeks just to give depth and dimension to her cheekbone area. Now I'm just taking a bigger fluffy brush just to kind of blend it out. That way it doesn't look too harsh. All right, I'm also gonna add just a little bit of green in with the look just to kind of break it up through the forehead and then probably down the cheek area. And what I did is I added a few more scales to connect it to the contouring. That way it doesn't look odd or out of place. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to go ahead and do the eyes. I'm gonna kind of go for a little bit of a smoky eye. Just using a couple different shades of blue. The eyeshadow palette that I'm using today is from e.l.f. I think it has like 150 shades in it. Now what I'm doing is I'm using a darker blue to add some contour to the eyelid area. Then you're gonna wanna take a softer eyeshadow brush to go ahead and blend out any lines of demarcation. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and color in the eyebrows. First, you wanna go ahead and brush them out and get the acquired shape that you want. To color in the eyebrows, you can either use body paint or you can use eyeshadow. If dry eyeshadow isn't working for you, don't forget that you can spray a little bit of water onto it, get it a little wet, and it'll go on a little bit smoother. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take the eyeshadow a little bit down her nose just to create a cool balanced effect. We are gonna use the Mud Cake Liner. I am gonna go ahead and just do a cat eye because I like how it looks with the whole mermaid look. Keep the brush flat to your eye, take it all the way out to the end of the eye, and then right as you get to the end of the lashes, just flick it up I'm going to add some glitter. So I'm gonna use a foundation brush and I'm just gonna dip it in the glue. Go lightly so you don't mess up the scales. And remember, with the glitter, even though it is Halloween, you don't want to overpower it. You know what? Don't worry about it. If you use a lot of glitter, hey. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that same glitter glue and I'm just gonna lightly paint it onto her eyebrows because I am gonna add just some regular sparkles to her eyebrows. And then the last thing with the glitter, I'm gonna use just some regular white glitter. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the glitter glue and I'm just gonna kind of place it a little bit like underneath her eye there just to brighten up the eye area and obviously add more sparkle to it. We're gonna put some lipstick on. Remember, when you're doing your lipstick, just go ahead and outline the lips before you completely color them in. Okay, and for the final step, we're gonna go ahead and apply mascara and some falsies. And before you apply the falsies, I always like to add a coat of mascara. And remember, when you're doing your falsies, put them by your eye first. Make sure that they're the same length as your eye. And if the lashes are just a little bit longer, use like the little nail scissors and trim them up. When you're applying the false lashes, get it right by the lash line for the most natural look. And I also used black eyelash glue. That way, when it dries, if you get any on your eyeliner, it's gonna dry black. Thanks for watching this Halloween makeup tutorial, and we hope to see you soon here at Eric Fisher Academy. Happy Halloween! A little bit of glitter on the eyebrows, the glitter underneath, then we have your eyelashes and your lipstick, and that's it.
Every time.